Hello everybody and welcome to my wrap up for the Booktubeathon. So for somebody who wasn't going to be participating, I'm really surprised and really pleased with the amount of progress and the amount of reading I was able to get in during the week of Booktubeathon. It was addictive. It turned out to be very addictive and I couldn't help myself but want to keep trying to read more and hit more goals and achieve more of the challenges. So I got a lot of reading done. I'm really pleased. On day one I picked up Cards on the Table by Agatha Christie, which was working towards the challenge of something with red on the cover. So I've got the little hearts and the little diamonds, as you remember, from there. And I picked this up and I was actually able to finish this on the Monday evening. And Agatha Christie never takes long to read. But I was really excited to be on track after the first day because I thought it would be a complete failure. So this one had a really interesting premise in that there were only the 4 suspects and there were also 4 sleuths. All of whom we've met before in Agatha Christie's previous work. So this is one of her Hercule Poirot novels, but we also got Superintendent Battle, we got Colonel Race, and we got Ariadne Oliver, all of whom we've seen before. So it was really interesting to get those 4 people in a room together, all trying to be sleuths on the same crime, and all their different input intentions that they have, trying to investigate in their different methods. So that was a really interesting way of doing it. So my totals for day 1 were 320 pages read and about 50 minutes of audiobook listened to. I have about a half-hour commute each way to work, so I get between 50 and an hour listen to each day. My audiobook for this week was Jack Maggs by Peter Carey, and so each of the days I was making some progress on that as well. So on day 2 I picked up Watchmen by Alan Moore and Dave Gibbons, and I read 131 pages of this one and also 50 more minutes of my audiobook. I continued this through day 3. I read another 241 pages and was able to get 60 minutes of my audiobook listened to, and then I completed this on day 4. So I read the remainder of this one. And this was obviously for the challenge of a book with pictures in it because it's a graphic novel. I thought it was a really interesting look at kind of the dark side or the downside to superheroes, which I thought was kind of not a usual kind of way of looking at it, and I found that really interesting. Also on day 4, after I finished Watchmen, I then picked up The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne, which counted for the challenge of the book that somebody else picked out for me, and I got 77 pages into this on day 4, which made my total for day 4 128 pages read and 60 minutes of audiobook listened to. So on day 5 I continued and finished The Scarlet Letter and enjoyed it. It probably wasn't the best choice during a readathon. It's not really a novel that a lot happens in it. It's probably more of a savor the writing, take it all in slowly instead of barreling through it, but I'm really pleased that I read it all the same. It was really good to get the impetus to finally pick it up. So my totals for day 5 were 149 pages read and 50 minutes of audiobook listened to. So on day 6 I picked up A Rogue by Any Other Name by Sarah MacLean, and I was able to finish this in the day. This is the one that I received in the Book Write quarterly box, and the aim of this box was to kind of showcase genres that the readers of Book Write identify as the ones they're most hesitant to try. And I would agree with that. Romance is not something that I've read much of at all or had all that much interest in reading, but I was honestly surprised with how much I did enjoy this. I don't think much has changed. I don't think I will go out of my way to read any more of it, but it was certainly worth a few giggles, and it was a fun way to spend day 6 of the Booktubeathon, just rolling my eyes at this. So I'm really pleased to have taken the challenge, put out in the Book Write quarterly box to shuffle your reading deck and do something different. So when this obviously counted for the genre I've read the least this year, so when that came up as a challenge, I couldn't not pick this. So I finished this on day 6. After finishing A Rogue by Any Other Name, I then made a small start on Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, which I then continued and finished reading on day 7. Which was fantastic. I loved revisiting this world. It's been really fun finally getting back to these. I'm hoping to continue and get to the others a bit faster than I have been reading them. This was for the book to movie adaptation challenge and it was wonderful. So after I finished Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, it was 3 p.m. on day 7 of the Booktubeathon, and I'd come so much further than I ever thought I would. And I only had my Start and Finish a series, which, as you'll remember, were quite large. They were Wolfskin and Fox Mask by Juliet Marillier, and this was never going to happen in the week at all. But after succeeding so well and ticking off so many challenges, I was really wanting to finish, like trying to get all the challenges done because I was so close. So I hunted around and had a little change of TBR so I could try and get there. And what I found instead was a childhood favourite that had been a very long time since I'd read and I could get through really quickly. So for Start and Finish a series, I ended up reading Buttersnakes and Gumballs by S.A. Wakefield. And this is a bind-up of the 4 books in the series. They're on the back here. So we've got Buttersnakes and Gumballs, Gumballs on Guard, Gumballs in Summer, and Gumballs in Trouble. Now this is a series, a children's series, set in the Australian bush, following 2 characters. So this angry looking fellow here is a Buttersnake, and these 2 rubbery looking guys are Gumballs. So basically, the Buttersnakes are your bad guys. They're lazy, they don't want to do anything for themselves. Gumballs are squishy creatures, and when the Buttersnakes catch them, they can stuff them into jam tins and mush them out of shape, and they can't spring back to their normal shapes without being helped. They're trapped in the jam tins, and they can be pulled out to be used as servants. And you can see them here. They've got them little smushed into jam tins. I'm not being very coherent about this at all. Basically, this was one of my favourite books as a child, and it was a pleasure, an absolute pleasure to read through them. They haven't lost any of their charm, and I was able to fly through it really quickly and get to the end, so I was able to finish all the challenges within the week and bring my total count of books up to 9. Which was insane. And that meant my total for day 7 was 590 pages, and I finished 5 books, which is a little bit skewed by the 4 books in here. This is 332 pages in itself. So my grand total for the week was 2,004 pages, which is just absolutely insane. I can't believe I got that far. I also listened to about 4.5 hours of audiobook, or about 110 pages worth when I kind of did the calculation of how much it was. The Booktubeathon's been a whole lot of fun to participate in, and it's made me do things that I never thought I would. I never thought that I would make a video and put it out there for people to see, and that's just huge for me, so it's been so fantastic. Thank you for watching. I hope you had a fantastic Booktubeathon, and I'll see you maybe. Bye!